Medicare or Medicaid take a part of your personal injury settlement or verdict? Well, if you've been injured in an accident and Medicare or Medicaid covered your medical bills, then those bills are going to need to be paid back after your case settles or after you get a verdict. So I'm going to break down a little bit about how all of that works. So the first thing is when you get injured and your medical bills are paid by Medicare or Medicaid, they're making what they call a conditional payment. That means they're covering your expenses now, but later on, if you get paid by the person that caused the injuries, their insurance company, then with a settlement or a judgment, then Medicare, Medicaid have a right to be reimbursed. So what that simply means is if there's no accident and you're being paid by Medicare, Medicaid, in normal life, you have strep throat, a broken arm, something like that, it's nobody else's fault, then they just pay. But if there is a lawsuit, a claim made, and it is somebody else's fault, then they're going to want to get reimbursement for what they actually paid out. Now, number two, there is a legal obligation to repay them. These are government entities. And so under the Medicare Second Payer Act, Medicare is not your primary payer when another person is responsible for your actions. So again, that means if you win a settlement or a verdict, Medicare expects to be reimbursed for the medical payments they made to treat you as a result of your injuries. So how does the process actually work? Well, Medicare or Medicaid, they'll track the payments they make for your accident-related treatment. And then once your case is settled or there's a verdict, they're going to send a demand letter stating the amount. It's like a breakdown of what is owed. It'll talk about the treatment for the injury, the cost, and then there'll be a total at the end of it, and failing to repay can have consequences. So finally, how much do you have to pay back? Well, the amount you owe depends how much Medicare or Medicaid actually paid. If they covered $5,000 in medical bills, you got a settlement of $20,000, they're going to make a claim of $5,000 against your settlement. Now, in some cases, if you got a lawyer, or I guess you can do it yourself too, you can actually try to negotiate the amount of money. So it's a lower number, so ideally the case can settle or you can get something in your pocket. So in order to protect yourself when you have payments that are being made by Medicare or Medicaid, you definitely need to notify Medicare, Medicaid about your personal claim early, because these organizations are slow. You can send them a letter, give them a call, and they'll get back to you in a month or 2 or 3, something like that. You're going to want to request a list of itemized payments that they made. And then if you're working with an attorney, ask your attorney to negotiate the repayment if possible. So if you've got questions about Medicare or Medicaid liens regarding your personal injury accident, and you happen to be in Nevada where I practice law, feel free to give me a call or drop me an email.